Hello, 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 hello. We are here. Well, I am here. And maybe some of you are too. But, oh shit. Okay, there we go. I almost forgot to unmute the music again. But at least I realized it quickly this time. So today is going to be quite a short stream probably. I've only got about an hour-ish. Potentially less. So we're just going to get going with this. We're going to be creating a slot machine today for the Mario map because Noah fucking loves gambling. So I think this is something that he's going to really like and would maybe give bonus points for my map. And, well, it's just going to be really fucking cool, to be honest. It's basically going to be a massive slot machine in the sky here. You press a button to activate it, and you've got all these different possibilities here. So you've got, like, you get points, you can get perks, you can lose perks, you can lose points, you can get more Goombas. So we've basically got 5 good possibilities and 4 bad ones, or if you're including the 2s and the 3s, you've got, while I do the very complicated maths of 10 in my head versus the other 8 that are negative. So yes, we are basically going to do this. So we need to actually make the slot machine in Blender first. So let's make the actual the spinny spins. I don't know what you call them, but I'm going to call them spinny spins. We'll make those first, and we're going to need a 10-sided one. No, sorry, a 9-sided one because there's 9 different icons here. So we will create a circle and have 9 vertices. Wait, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So let's scale this up. It's gonna be big, that's for sure. Very big. And we'll rotate it. Yes, we will rotate it this way. 90 degrees, and then we want to rotate it this way 90 degrees as well. Let's just hide everything except this so I can actually see what I am doing. And we're basically going to rotate it so one of these sides is like right in the middle, so kinda like that, I guess. -10. I think that's pretty much the middle there. And then we're gonna want to add a bit of width to it, obviously, because at the moment it is a little bit too thin. So let's move this like 5. Yeah, probably 5. And then move it 10 the opposite way. So we got a big fat spinner here. Yeah, I would say maybe it's a little bit too fat because we want these to be like pretty much a square, so the icon isn't stretched or anything. So let's scale this back by 1 each side. Yeah, that's pretty much a square. I would say that is good enough. Good enough, good enough. So I think we will just add a bit of like some nice borders to this. So let's scale this up by 1.1. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then maybe -0.9. And then this can just scale all the way down. So we've got this, and now we can select all this shit. Flippy flip flip. Drag it over here. It looks like we want 8.5 or 9 or something. What do we want here? Maybe 8.5 then. No, 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 no. You know what, probably easier to be fair to just do it again. There we are. Much easier. Okay, so that's that. Now I think we just want to add like a couple of lines separating each one of these. So, what could be the best way of doing that? I guess if we just make I'm just trying to think of the best way of doing this. You know what, actually, I don't think we necessarily need that, because we could add black lines on the actual images instead. I think we are going to scale this inwards a tiny bit more though, like another 0.5, like so. So now then, we've got all the pictures, or the icons, whatever, prepared here. So what we could do... is maybe scale each one down slightly and just add a black border around it, which will act as like a separator for each one, pretty much. So let's just get all these in here, like so. Let's scale them down to maybe 252. Yeah, 252. And then increase the canvas size to 256. So then we've got a little border around it, and we just need to make it black. Come on, go down there. Oh, this is the background layer, that's why. Let me just do that. Go down there. There we go. Not there in the end. Black. Why is this still white here? Is it like, there's like a white outline around it for some reason. It's like a, yeah, that's weird. That's fine though, not a problem. We can easy enough just get rid of that on each of them. There we go. Okay, so now we just got to replace each of these images with the updated version. Okay, there we are. Let's just take a drink. Okay, so let's go back to here now, and we need to add one of those icons to each of these in the order we actually want them to be in. Let's just make the actual materials for them. So MCM, slot machine icon, 0. We'll just label them as numbers from 0 to 9 or 0 to 8. And we'll try and put them in the order we want now. So we'll start off with a coin. I think we'll go good, bad, good, bad, good, bad kind of thing. I mean, there will be 2 goods touching each other because well, there's 5 good and 4 bad, but that is fine. We need a new material for the outside though. So MCM slot machine spinner. Yeah, just call it that. So put that to that material. I don't know what color we're gonna want it, but we'll just put it as black for now. Let's move that one down. And then we need to make a 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, and 8. And then just rename these to each of these. Okay. And now we just got to put them in the order we want, basically. So I think we'll have maybe loose perk next. Then maybe gain Juggernog, then lose money, maybe the big money, and then maybe gain big money. And then Goombas. Goomba. Oh, correct there, please. Then gain perk. Then lose money. And then the last one, which is the big money. The big money. Voila! So that's all of those set up. So now we basically need to unwrap each of these. Unwrap, 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 unwrappy wrap, and unwrap. There are 9 here, right? Yeah, I did check that already before. Good, good. So then this can be 0. We'll rotate them around the right way a bit later, after we have set all of these. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. 7 and 8. Okay, so these two are upside down, it would seem. So let's just go ahead and rotate that 180. That one is around the wrong way. It needs to go like that. Minus 90. This one's around the wrong way as well, actually. That would be that way. So minus 90 again. This one is also around the wrong way. This one is actually around the right way. This one's around the wrong way, obviously. And then this one is indeed around the wrong way. And so is this one. That goes that way. Minus 90. And that should be all of them. Let me go back in here and have a look. So we do have a nice black outline separating each of these now, which is what I was intending. So there we have our spinny spinner. The spinny spinner of spinniness. Exactly. So I think before we actually work on the outer part of the slot machine, we'll actually just do the configuration of these spinners first. I think that's probably about the right size, but we can always change it later if we want to anyway. This is a slot machine spinner. So we can apply this and export. And it needs to be 17 in scale. That's what we're using for this map. MCM, and we'll call this slot machine spinner. Okay, so we can get this opened or put into our asset property editor now. And that would go somewhere in here, Mario Challenge Mix. Okay, so just copy one of these, MCM, slot machine spinner. Oh no, I didn't want to friggin... Oh, there we go, I can just underive it here. Yeah, I did not want to derive it. That was not what I intended. Slot machine spinner. There it is, we just got to texture it now by creating the materials in Paint. So start off with the outer parts of it. What should we have it as? Probably ceramic, maybe. And then black for now. And then we need to do each of these. So these are going to be lit and ceramic. That is fine. Yeah, we've got to try and remember what we had for each one. I know this one was number 0, so we can put that in. And we're just going to go ahead and keep copying these until we get to number 8. Won't change the image for it yet. Okay, that's that. Now we just need to do the materials as well. And change the image to the right number. Okay, that's all done. Now we just got to change the images to whatever it is that we set for them. So I think number 1 was Loser Perk. Number 2 was Get the Juggernog. I think. Number 3 was Lose a Bunch of Coins. Number 4 was Gain a Bunch of Coins. Number 5 was the Goomba one. Number 6, I think, was Gain a Perk. Number 7 was Lose a Coin, and number 8 was the Beak coin. Biggie big. And voila, we should now have the spinner all set with the right shits, and we do indeed. So now we can actually program this to actually spin and do its shit, pretty much. Oh, hello, Struck. Yeah, I don't know how to do that actually, but that would be nice. I'm not worried about that at the moment anyway. But I will have to look into that. It does get a little bit annoying. Why is my music paused? I hate when it frickin' does that. Let's just frickin' whatever. Let's go on this group instead. It's playlist. Very quiet though. There we go. That is good enough. Okay. Let us begin then. So spinner. What do we got? Has it not freaking loaded in yet, really? It's been ages. Come on, a Radiant update already. MCM. Slots. Yeah, still isn't there. God damn it. Come on! I hate Radiant sometimes. Are you really gonna make me close you? Is that what you want from me? Yep, I think it is gonna make me freaking close it. Unbelievable. Come on, Radiant. We don't have time for this. I've only got like half hour left. Now this jazz music is good, but it's hard to concentrate with this. So I think I'm gonna skip to the next one. Well, not gonna lie, I think a lot of this music is gonna be hard to code to. Yeah, let's go with this actually. This is one from Paper Mario, Origami King. Oh my god, what is taking so long? Finally. Come on! MCM slot machine. There we are. Wow, that is big! That is big! Okay. But we want it to be big though. It is going to be a very, very big slot machine in the sky, of course. This one here can be the middle spinner. It's probably going to be like there-ish. But I can easily move it whenever anyway. This pipe probably isn't going to come out this much. I'm probably going to push that back a little bit as well, so that is going to impact that a bit. Let's turn this to a script model, because we obviously need to script it. Slot machine spinner C for center, and then let's put another one there with a slight gap between them, and another one here. This one would be slot machine spinner R for right, and slot machine spinner L. Actually, you know what? I think we'll call them 01 and 012. That would probably be easier and make more sense. Okay, so we've got those now. That is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Of course, though, we're not going to want them to start on the same thing. We'll probably want to rotate them a bit. So we've got 360 divided by 9 is 40. So basically, I want to keep doing these, rotate these by 40. I know which direction this is going to be. Of course, it's the last one I do. There we are. And then this one would be 80. Like so. Okie dokie. So now we can do a bit of scripting. So I think I'm going to create an... Actually... No, I think I'll do this in my main script, to be fair. Actually, no, I will create a new script for this. So... let us go to my folder. And we'll just go ahead and copy one of these. Paste and rename it to slot machine. And open. Please open. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's do an init here. Init. Don't think we'll need a reference to UI Manager. And then we do need the reference to slot machine in here though. So using slot machine, and we want to activate it down here. Thread slot machine in it, and we just have to add that to the zone as well. Just here, slot machine. Voila! So now is where we're going to want to get the objects for those, as well as the things that we're going to use to interact with said slot machine. We will grab... We're going to use one of these buttons for activating the slot machine, and there's probably going to be multiple of them scattered around the map as well. So we'll put one... not there, because we can't really see what we've got from there very easily. I think it would make more sense to put it right at the top of the stairs here. Although its location might change eventually, but it will do for now. Do 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 do. This button is not centered at all, so that's gonna really piss me off, but you know what? We'll roll with it. Why the hell not? What color should we do this? Maybe we'll do it, green for now? Can always change it later if I want to. And then we'll call this model... button model slot machine and button trigger slot machine. So there's going to be multiple of these scattered around the map, so we're going to have to get the array instead of just one singular one. So we'll say slot level start slot machine. Oh, you know what? Let's just copy it instead. Button model slot machines equals not equals get int array that target name wait, is it equals? I'm losing my mind. I think it is equals, isn't it? How do I forget this? Yeah, it is equals, okay. Can't believe I just forgot the most simplest thing for a second. Button trigger slot machine equals get an array. Button trigger slot machine. Target name. Okay. So that's the buttons and the models. Perfect. What we're going to want to do is change the model of this button to the off variant when the slot machine's active. So that's why we've got those there. So we actually need to add these models to the zone, which is this one. We should already have a button model in here. Yeah, we got the yellow and the red ones. Let's just add green as well. So by default, we'll have those set to the on model, but it should already be the on model anyway by default, so don't really have to do that. We'll say thread manage trigger hint strings, which is going to change the hint string of the triggers, of course. So function, we'll call it manage trigger hint string actually, and execute that on each one individually. Let's just put that there for a second so I don't have to copy it again. And we'll do a for loop where we loop through each one of the triggers. Size I++, and then we'll do this on level.button trigger slot machine and the index that we're currently on. Manage trigger hint string. We'll say self end on def, which means if the trigger gets deleted for any reason, this function will end, so it doesn't get an error or anything. Self equals button trigger. Okay. So here we're gonna say while true. Let's just move that into there for a minute. Actually, instead of hint string, we've probably managed a model in here as well. So we can say manage buttons, maybe. Just manage buttons. Manage activators, we'll say. Manage activators. Activators. And then we want to pass in the model into here. This. The index of it. And then put model as the parameter here. To then we can make a boolean up here to say whether the slot machine is active or not currently. So, not active, it would always be like available, but whether it's in use. So slot machine in use equals false because it won't be in use on default. So while true, we'll say level wait till interacted with slot machine. So we're not going to continue this code until we get a notify of this event, interacted with slot machine. And when we do this, we'll check if the slot machine is in use or not. So if the slot machine is in use, we're going to want to set the model of every button to be the off state. So model set model to this, but off instead of on. And in the else, it will be the opposite. And the model will be on, because if the slot machine is not in use, then it can be activated. Now the trigger as well is something we want to do, which is self in this case. Set hint string to slot machine is doing its thing. Slot machine is doing its thing. Yeah, we'll go with that. But if the slot machine is not in use right now, we're going to say that we can activate it, and we'll just go ahead and copy this here and just edit it. So this will be the button command that we have. The cost, we're going to make a new integer for that, slot machine cost, and I think I'm going to put it for 1,000. So cost is level.slotMachineCost. And we'll say start slot machine. Or activate slot machine. Activate slot machine, there we are. In fact, I think we'll just change this to a slot machine event, to be honest. Okay. And then we're just going to put a wait 0.05 down here, just in case this keeps running for whatever reason, so it doesn't crash the game. So that's that. Now we'll create a new function for watch activators, which is basically going to watch for players pressing the trigger. And again, self will be the button trigger here. So we can say level.button trigger slot machine I thread watch activators. Okie dokie. This is going to be another infinite loop, where we're just going to say self, wait till trigger player, so we're waiting for a player to trigger the trigger, and then we're going to check whether the slot machine is in use, because technically they can still use the trigger even if it is in use. It will just tell them that they can't. And of course, we need to make sure that it doesn't actually activate it again if they do that. So if level.slotMachine in use is false, then we activate the slot machine if the player has the money for it. So if player.score is greater than or equal to level.slotMachine cost, then that's great, they can activate it. But if that's not the case, we're going to want to do our custom not enough money function here. And because that function is in our default script, the ZM Mario Challenge Mix one, we're going to have to add it up here. ZM Mario Challenge Mix. This would just be self and the perk. Okay. Oh no, the music's running out. Do we have another one that we could put on, or should we just put on the same thing? What else have we got here? There's some chill Super Mario Galaxy music. Go with that. Yeah, that's nice. I like it. I like that a lot. Okay. So this would be level.slot.machine cost. And then if they can afford it, we're going to deduct the slot machine cost from the player score and activate the slot machine, which we'll do a new function for. Activate slot machine. And we want to pass in the player as a variable, as a parameter in here, so we know what player actually activated it. Activate slot machine player. And then, if the slot machine is in use, we'll just give the player a notification. So we use our custom player notification UI thing here. For that, make it white because it's not like that serious or anything. And we'll just say the slot machine is in use right now. The slot machine is in use right now. Okay. That should be that, and again we'll just put a weight 0.05 here. In fact, this could be a bit more, like 0.5. Oh, my Pepsi is gone. That makes me sick. I think that is the buttons completely set up then. So now it's going to be doing the slot machine thingies themselves. So what we'll do, we need to define these now. So level.slotMachineSpinner1 equals get int that target name, and we'll just copy that for number 1 and 2 as well. Oops, did not mean to do that. There we go. So now then, what we're gonna want is another variable up here, which will be an integer array, which is going to tell us what each of these spinners is currently on, like which one of these things it's on, where we're going to be using values from 0 to 8. So we'll say slot machine spinner status equals array 0, 1, 2, where the first parameter is for spinner 0, second for spinner 1, third is for spinner 2, because we can see here this one is number 0, this icon is number 1, and this icon is number 2. So those are the default positions for the spinner. So activate the slot machine. So there's a number of ways we could do this, but I think the way I'll do it to start with is actually straight away telling the slot machine which sequence of numbers to land on, then spinning them and then making them stop on the number that we found at the very start of the function. That's probably going to be the best way of doing this. So we can say new value for spinner 0 equals random integer range between 0 and 9, which is actually 0 and 8, just this second parameter always needs to be +1 above the number you actually want. So we're going to do that for the other two as well. At the moment this is literally going to be pure RNG on what numbers it gives us, but we might add in some extra like functionality to it, like maybe if you've got 3 different icons 5 times in a row, you're guaranteed to have two of the same icon in a row the next spin you do or something. But at the moment we're just going to do pure RNG on this. So we got that. Now what we can do then is say function spin spinner spin the spinner, and we'll put in a parameter here for desired number, and then we'll say for I equals 0, I is less, actually no, I don't need to do a for loop, we could just do them like this. We want level.slot slot machine spinner 0 thread spin spinner, desired number is new value for spinner 0. And we also want to pass the index in here actually, whether it's index 0, 1 or 2. So this would be 0. One and 2. Whoops, did not mean to do that again. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So we've got that now. We're gonna end on def. Self end on def, just in case the spinner object gets deleted, which it should never do, but again, just in case, self equals spinner. So now we're going to want like a little startup animation for it though. So it's not like instantly spinning at the rate we want it to spin at, if you see what I mean. So what we shall do is say self rotate. I don't know whether it's going to be pitch roll or yaw. I think we're just going to have to experiment with it in game and see which one it is. Let me think. So yaw would be... I don't think it would be yaw. I think it's going to be either pitch or roll. We'll try pitch first and see. So rotate pitch. Which direction are we doing? We're going... We'll be going down. So that is positive. So to start with, we're just going to spin it 2 full 360s, so 720. So 720, that's the first parameter. First parameter is how much we want it to spin. Second parameter is the time we want it to take to spin to that. So we'll say maybe 2 seconds? Yeah, I think we'll say 2 seconds. Then the third parameter is the acceleration time, which we'll say 1.5. Deceleration time we want just 0, because we're not decelerating at all in this case, we're actually starting it up. So now we're going to wait for 2 seconds while that's getting set up, and then we are going to rotate it at a constant speed until we want it to stop. So we will say while what would be the best way of doing this? I think let's see. Could set a min number of spins, maybe? Yeah, I think that's probably the best way of doing it, setting like a min amount of spins. Min spins would be, I think we'd want 3 cycles at least, so that would be 27, because there's 9. 9 times 3 is 27. So we'll say, while min spins, no, we need another one for current spins equals 0, while current spins is less than min spins, and we need another one for current value, which is going to by default equal what oh no, actually we don't need that. We can just use this array here, actually, slot machine spinner status. So we can say and level dot slot machine spinner status index is not equal to desired number, and then current spins plus plus. So basically what this is doing is it's going to keep looping until the current spins, it ends up greater than 27, meaning not that this is spun 27 times, that it's just cycled through each of these things 27 times. And it will stop when the number we want, so if say we want the bottle here, if that is the one that we chose here, the desired number, it will stop then, basically. So we can just say self rotate pitch 40, because 360 divided by 9 is 40. And now this is how fast we want it to go. So I'll probably say like 0.2 maybe. And then we want no acceleration time or deceleration time for this one, so we can just leave those blank. And then wait 0.2. And that should... Oh yes, one other thing we forgot, of course, is increasing the slot machine spinner status. So we can say level.slotMachine spinner status index plus plus, which means increment it by 1. But this could end up going to 9, which isn't a number on the thing. The max is 8. So we can say if level.slotMachine spinner status index is greater than or equal to 9, then we set it to 0. Index equals 0. Okay. I'm just thinking if this would work, or if I'm being a little bit silly. I think this might actually have to be OR instead. So we're saying if the current spins is less than the min spins, or the that is not equal to that. Is that right? Hang on, my brain is just gone. I don't know what's going on with me, but my brain is literally just fried right now. So as long as that doesn't equal that, yeah, I think that would work. Cool. So actually, I think we'd obviously want this one to finish first. We want them all to start at roughly the same time, but we want these two to like finish 1 second after this one. So in order to do that, we could just increase the min spins dependent on the spinner. So we could actually add min spins as a parameter here instead and get rid of this one. Make this one 27. This one 36 and this one 45. And we're also just going to wait 0.3 between each of these. And then when all three of them are done, so obviously the spinner 2 would be the last one to finish, and this after this signifies when spinner 2 has finished. So if index equals 2, then we can just output from now that slot machine done. And of course, we want to do the events that we set here. So level notify slot machine done. So now we can actually test that to see if that works. So let's just compile Lighten, save, and of course do everything in here. And while that's doing that, I want to look at this while loop again because this is my brain is not working properly at the moment. I think I might be a little bit tired maybe. Yeah, I've done this wrong. There should be and after all. So let's just cancel it and restart this. And I think after I tested this, I might have to go. It was going to be a very short stream today. But we managed to pretty much do the spinner, the slot machine, the main functionality of it. The only things we're lacking is the functionality of actually giving you whatever it lands on. But that shouldn't take too long to do, anyway. But I'll probably do that off-stream, unless I stream again later today. But I probably will stream Mario Kart though, later today. They will have to see. I will indeed. Boo 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 boo. Do 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 No errors, that is surprising. Usually I always get at least one syntax error when I do this stuff. Because I am dumb, that's why. I am very dumb. How do we get timed out? I don't know why it does this sometimes. Kind of annoying. I guess it's probably because I just got too much open at the moment with Radiant and Blender and streaming at the same time. Oh my goodness me! I am so tired today. Okay. Where's the... Okay, it is up there. Good, good. Let's see how this works then. Okay. Oh. I forgot about that I need money, but the hint string there isn't working. It looks like the functionality is. Let me just activate the Goombas so I can get a bit of money. Probably should have just given myself loads of money to begin with, but I kind of forgot about that. There we go, we got 1,000, let's have a look. Oh no! They went the other way! It's perfect! It's absolutely perfect, man. But you know what, maybe I should keep it like that, because it is a rage map after all. Like, imagine if it's a troll slot machine, which doesn't actually work at all. You activate it once and all those just go over the place and then that's it. I guess it was rotate roll that we wanted instead of pitch. Rotate roll. And why was this hint string not working then? Oh, because it's waiting until that. Yeah, so basically we just need to put this at the bottom instead. And we don't have to compile and light this time. And now we wait again. Alright, yeah, I'll definitely be ending the stream after I've tested this one. But as I say, I will probably stream again later, most likely. Although probably Mario Kart rather than mapping. Hopefully it doesn't time out this time, because all that does is waste time, and I don't like wasting time. Okay, doesn't look like it timed out this time. Yep, I can confirm. I don't care about the music. I can indeed confirm. Oh shit, you know what? I forgot about the friggin' points again, didn't I? I could have just given myself loads of points. But no, I forgot again. Let's blow the shit up out of these Goombas though. Boom. I didn't really give them many points, to be honest. Let's just kill them like this instead. Oh, lag, oh my god, a lag. Okay. Hint string is working. And there we go! Whoa, look at it go! Whoa, 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 whoa! Goomba, blue perk, grey perk, slot machine is done! Yes! And we don't have enough money to activate it again. Okay, ow! Oh, come on, you little shithead! And the game crashes because I haven't fixed the damn game over shit yet. There's probably an unused client field or something I have left over from Twisted Mansion. Okay, but it's fine. The slot machine works. Ah yes, thank you, Rafe. I'm glad you think so, because if you remember with Noah and his streams before, he fucking loves gambling. So I thought if I added this, maybe he'd give my map bonus points. Especially because the slot machine is freaking cool. To be fair, I mean a massive slot machine in the sky. I don't know any other map that has that. But yes, I am glad that I thought of this idea. But unfortunately, I am gonna have to end the stream now. It was gonna be a very short stream today because I have somewhere to be. But I might be streaming some more Mario Kart again later tonight. I am not sure yet though. But thank you everyone for tuning in today, and I shall see you all next time. Ta-ta.